Let me teach you how to cut this trendy gown. Firstly, I would mark out my chest line, my under bust, and then the waist length I'm using. For the chest point, I use 9. For the under bust, I'm using 15, and then for the waist, I'm using 20. So I just marked them out, and I'll label chest, under bust, and then the waist, which is the length of the upper part. Then for the shoulder, I'll be doing 7.5. This is a cut together hand, so I'll be using 8 as the length of the hand that I want. You understand? So after this, I'll just extend the lines, as you can see. After extending the lines, I'll be marking my neck width and length. So I'll be using 3.5 for the width, neck width, and for the depth I'll be using 8, because it's a v-neck. You can decide to bring your own down more. So on that part where the sleeve ends, I'll be coming down by 1, and then where the shoulder starts from, I'll be going down by a half, and then I'll just stretch out the lines, as you can see. I'm trying not to make the video too long. So after this, I'll be measuring my the chest parts, and what I want to use for the chest parts, I'll extend it down to the under bust. Understand? I'll extend it down to the under bust. So I'll be coming out up by 2 inches on that part, the under bust part, to get my cut together sleeve. I hope you understand what I mean, just as you can see. Okay, the next part I'll be cutting is the back part, the waist part. So I'll just leave some inches and then go down, as you can see. Then I'll be making the waist. The waist I'm using, the waist measurement circumference I'm using is 9. So that's what I'm measuring here. And then for the length, I'll be using, this pattern paper is not enough, so I'll just use what I have, and then when cutting on the fabric, I'll add extras. So 9 is this waist circumference, and then I'll put my allowance for the waist here. Do you understand? For the back seam, I'll put my allowance here, so I can just get the curve right. So I'll come up by 1. That one is for the shaping allowance where it ends. So I'll just create the curve for the back seam that I need. And after this, I'll be cutting out. Please watch closely. I'll just cut out everything from the pattern paper. So I'll quickly cut this out, then cut the neck also. You can make your own neck, round neck. It doesn't really means because I'm using a v-neck means it must be v. No, you can make round neck, any neck design of your choice. So this is the front bodice. So I'll be using this fabric for this dress. So I'll just fold the fabric into 2, as you can see, and then place my pattern that I had drafted. And after placing this, I'll be adding half allowance all around. You get all around before cutting it out. Half inches all around for the sewing allowance before cutting it out. Please take note. I'll quickly cut this out and then I'll cut the back part after this. So I'll place this same front to cut the back, because I don't want this video to be long. So I'll just add 1 inch allowance, you understand, for the zip part, and then I'll deepen the back neck for the back. Yes, I want it to go down the more. As you can see, I dragged it down more than the front. So after this, I'll just cut same thing. This is just a very easy gown to cut, and even the sewing. So I'll cut the back part and open the zipper part. So on that zip part, to avoid zip bulge, I'll be going up by 1/2 inch, as you can see, and cut it out. This is for the under bust. That's where I remove my zip bulge, because the half length has backs, you understand. So I'll just remove it from there. So this one is the back part now. So I remember I told you I'll be adding extra inches, because the pattern paper I used wasn't enough for the length I needed. So I'll just add it here. So I'm adding 2 inches allowance extra. Then on the up part, 1 inch. You get. Then by the side, I will not be adding anything, because remember I already added the allowance on the pattern. So just follow. So now watch the part I'll be cutting. That's the correct part. So I'll just notch so I can know the midpoint. So after this, I'll fold and then place that same part for the back also. The same 1 inch allowance of zip I put in that other part of the front of the back, I'm going to be putting the same thing here. So I'll just cut that zipper allowance. I'll just cut through. The same bulge I removed, the same 1/2 inch I removed, I'll be removing at the upper part of this one. Upper part, not the down part too. I'm doing everything I can to avoid zip bulge. So I'll just cut this out and open it up. So just watch, I'll cut, you see where I cut that half length. It's even more than half, but that will serve also. So look, this is what I have. So see you in the next part. I'll be teaching you on how to sew it. You understand? Please do well to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell, so when I post videos you'll be the first to know. Bye.